Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. It is your girl Denasia. If you are new, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to be a part of the DCM family. So today I'm going to talk about the ins and outs of real estate apartment locating. Okay, we are going to talk about it also. Honestly, I will watch this video to the very end because I'm going to give you guys some hacks. I'm going to give you guys real life scenarios of what happened, things that I have experienced and what I've gone through. This is real, okay? This stuff is literally real. You can make a really good career out of this if you are consistent and if you're constantly getting leases signed, because when it comes down to payment, it can take a long time for you to get paid sometimes. So I'm gonna go through all of that right now. So let's get into it. So this video is about the ins and outs of apartment locating. Number one, step number one, or period number one, I don't know. But number one is going to be, you have to go to school. Apartment locator is also a licensed real estate agent. So with that being said, some people just focus on apartments, some people focus on condos, lease homes, buying, selling, farm and ranch, land, commercial. Either way it go, you are a licensed real estate agent and you can perform in all of those categories that I just named, but you just decided to start, or you just decided to mainly focus on that one category, which is apartment locating. But you do have to go to school and you do have to pass your exam to become a real estate agent, a licensed real estate agent. And then also, with that being said, you have to find a brokerage. Once you're under a brokerage, then your license becomes active, and then you can actually start your career in real estate and being an apartment locator. So that is number one. You are a licensed realtor. You have to get under a broker. You have to get under a broker for your license to become active, and then you can start your career at apartment locating. Okay, number two, so typically the brokerage already has the system that they use for apartment locating. A lot of realtors, a lot of brokerages, a lot of people use smart apartment data. Okay, smart apartment data is not accurate. It is not accurate. Okay, the apartment people, the management team or whomever has to go in and change it. They're not going to do that every single day, because if you guys don't know, prices do fluctuate every day, meaning prices change every single day. So the system that we use to send to our clients through email to have all the properties and the names and stuff like that, it's not accurate. So to help you guys out, here's a hack that I had to go through and I had to learn. Send properties, or put it in, it's going to ask the budget. So when you put in, say they're looking for an apartment that's $1,300, but you know within that area in Dallas, properties aren't really going for $1,300. So what I do is I put in $100 to $150 less than their budget. So instead of $1,300, I put in $1,200, or I put in $1,150, and that way that category is going to basically add up to $1,300. So that's a hack that you can do, because the prices do fluctuate every day and they do not update smart apartment data very frequently. So with that being said, you have to put it under their budget, because most likely everything will be over their budget. You get what I'm saying? So that's what I do. And I also send properties that is 50% and up within the system. Meaning, so like I was saying, let's use $1,200 for an example. Say you have a client that is looking for on a property that is an apartment that is $1,200, right, in rent. So what you get in 50%, you get 50% of $1,200, meaning you get $600 from that. And then it goes up all the way to 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 99. All of that is taken out, that percentage is taken out of $1,200. Now when you get 100%, that means you literally get 100%. So if their rent comes out to $1,200, you get 100% of that, which is $1,200. Now anything above 100 is an additional percentage. So if you have $1,200 and you send a property that is 110%, you get 100% of the $1,200, which is an additional, and also an additional 10% on top of that. So when I first started, I sent out 50% and up only. Now I really don't care. It is what it is. I'd rather just help you get into a home and get the job done, honestly. But I would recommend do 50% and up when you're first starting out, unless you don't mind taking 25, or sometimes they do a bonus, and the bonus is just money. Sometimes they do a percentage and the money, so like they'll do 50% plus the $500 bonus, or sometimes they'll just do a $250 bonus, $200 bonus, $100, or sometimes they won't pay you at all. So that is one thing I can say about Smart Apartment Data when it comes to when they are working with realtors or locators or apartment locators. They are really good at keeping that system updated when it comes to the percentages. Now when it comes to the pricing, that's a whole total different story, but I just gave you guys a hack to beat that, okay? So just be mindful. Number 3, once you are familiar with your system and once you know the percentages that you want to send out and all of that good stuff, you want to start promoting yourself. So use that system, look at apartments, see what they how much they pay realtors, and go tour them. Go tour them. It doesn't matter if you just started a new real estate page. It does not matter. Use all your platforms to promote yourself. You have Facebook, you have Twitter, you have Instagram, you have Snapchat, you have YouTube, TikTok, whatever else that may or may not be coming out in the next couple of years or this year. I don't know. Okay, so you have all of that as well. Promote yourself, and be consistent. Be consistent. So, okay, be consistent when promoting yourself. Go touring. If you guys are wondering how do you do that, you honestly just get in contact. You call the property. You can search up the property on the website, you know, like online. You can search up the property there, or in the actual system it will give you the website and also the phone number that you can contact. You just contact them, get the front desk, the leasing consultants, and or sometimes you may get concierge depending on what type of property you are viewing. And you just tell them like, hey, I'm a real estate agent, I love your property from the photos that I've seen, but I would love to come and get content. I would love to come and tour and see more and learn more. That way I can get clients and we can fill up these properties for you, because locators help apartment complexes look good. They really do. The more occupancy level is filled, like the higher the occupancy level, the better the property looks. The better the property looks. So that also, I know if you guys are probably wondering, now if they renew their lease the next following year, do you get paid? No, you don't. You just get paid off that 1 month, which is that very first month. So now let's go on to number 4. So once you became a realtor, once you got your system down, once you start promoting yourself, and then now you're getting clients, okay? Now you are getting clients. The fact of now that you're getting clients means you're doing a good job, so keep going. But so with that being said, when it comes to clients, I honestly have a in my notes, I copy and paste this and I just send it to every client that is dealing with the apartments. And sometimes I may make some adjustments to it if they're any of my clients are looking for anything else, like a lease home or something. Some things you don't have to put in there because it just really doesn't matter. So this is what I have. I send this entire little thing right in here, this whole entire thing, to my clients. I do. So, and I'm gonna just read it out to you. So the first thing is, this is what I'll need for my search. So off rip, I already have that. So you're gonna need your first and last name from the client, their email address, their phone number, their price range, their location, how many bed/bath, when are they looking to lease, do they have any pets, any negative hits on your credit score, delinquencies or deficiencies. That's important. Doesn't matter what you're dealing with, that is an important question with being a real estate agent. Also, what are the appliances/amenities you can't live without? So some people like to say stainless steel appliances, a washer and dryer. So that helps you really get to see exactly what they're looking for. And then also, what attributes would you consider your desired home having? What are some appliances/amenities you can live without? And then I also put this in every message. I can send you properties within 2 to 3 days. And then I do not send the names of the properties to my clients, but it's totally up to you and what you want to do. But I don't do it because a lot of them actually get the names and they just run off. So at the end of this message, I send to them, I do not send the names of the properties due to the inconsistency of previous clients not putting my name down on the application. But when it is time to tour, I'll send the names. So with that being said, when it's time to tour, I'll send the names. That means I've scheduled all of the tours. I put them in a time of when the client told me that they were available. And then if they read the reviews and they don't like the property, that's perfectly fine, and I can always cancel it. So if that's a rebuttal that somebody wants to do, it's just like, okay, yeah, you will receive the names of the properties when I make the tours. And then if you don't like the reviews of the property, then we can go ahead and cancel it. It's not a big deal. It's really not a big deal. It's easier to cancel than it is to make the appointment, because you have to call these people and sometimes they don't answer the phone. Sometimes it's a little easier because of COVID, the fact that they can do it online now, schedule a tour online. But sometimes the properties don't get the online schedule, so it still throws things off. So you still have to like make the online schedule or call them or do both. So that's another thing to be mindful of. So that is all of the information that you would need from your client. And what I can do is I will copy and paste these questions down in the description box below, so you guys can just copy and paste and put it in your notes just like I did, and you copy and paste and send it to every single client. Okay, cool. So last but not least, oh no, this is not last. I actually have 2 more. Okay, so number 5, I want to talk about the payments. Okay, when it comes to your payment, typically it takes 30 days to get paid, which is a long time. I know it takes 30 days to get paid, but there are some things that can hinder you from getting paid within the 30 days. So the things that can typically hinder you from getting paid within the 30 days is if your client did not put your name down on the application. To be able to receive payment from any property, the client has to put your name down on the application. And if the application does not state a place for the client to put your name down, you have to have them call the leasing consultant and be like, hey, there is not a place for me to put my realtor's name down, but this is who helped me, so please make note of that. And then also you double back and you call, or they send an email and CC you on it to the leasing consultant. You could do that too. You know, I would recommend you guys to do both. Have them call, you call, and then also have them, your client, send an email stating, this is my real estate agent. They did not have a place for me to put their name down on the application, but he or she, my real estate agent, is attached to this message. So I just want to get that out there and let you guys know this is who helped me. Okay, because that goes a long way. A lot of clients have helped me out by doing that, because sometimes there isn't a place. And then also a lot of clients, well, not a lot of clients, but yeah, not a lot of clients, but enough have not put my name down on the application. Or another little hack that you can do is if your clients find a property on their own, you could tell them like, hey, you put my name down on the application, I can give you a rebate. Starting out, or once you actually get in the flow of things, you can always offer a rebate. But starting out, offering rebates off the back is kind of like because it's a little hard. Half the time they tell you guys to start real estate and just do real estate. I don't recommend that. I don't, because real estate is not as easy as it may seem. But also, yeah, so I've done that before where clients have found their own, and I'm like, hey, did you already do the application? They'll tell me yes, and I'll say to them like, if you call them and let them know that I was the one that helped you, I'll give you a rebate of however much I decide. And they be like, okay. But when you give out rebates, and you make sure you state, once the commission is paid to me, I will then give you your rebate. Because if you giving rebates just because they signed a lease and just because they moved in and got approved, and now you can now get paid from that commission, you giving them a rebate right then and there, but you didn't get paid till like 2 or 3 months later. You feel what I'm saying? So you really in the hole. You give them money that you receive, not money that you haven't received. You can't pay nobody for money that you haven't received. Okay? Hopefully that makes sense. So if they put you down on the application and their rent is $1,200, and you tell them that you'll give them $150 of it, once you get that $1,200 and it's in your bank account, that's when you send them that $150. However long it takes, that's however long they gotta wait. That's what you do, and that's how you do it. Okay, cool. That, and then also when it comes down, because I know I said it typically takes 30 days to get paid, which it does, but I just want to go through that process with you all just a little bit, because it's not as simple as it sounds. So your client, their move-in date is the first start of the 30 days. Okay, that's when you send them the invoice on that client's move-in date. So today is February 11th, and I just moved in, and you're helping me. I'm your client. I just moved in my apartment and got the keys today, February 11th. You send the property the invoice on February 11th, and then typically it takes 30 days from their move-in date. Okay, so if you have a client that you help find a property, the fact that it's February and say my move-in date isn't until April, you can't send them the invoice until April 11th. You got it? That, and then 30 days from there is when your invoice cycle starts. You got me? Hopefully you guys got me, because it's always 30 days is when the move-in date, you know, that's when you start your 30 days. Okay, so that. And then also, once you get the move-in date, once you know that your client can move in, you then want to get the lease verification. The lease verification is very, 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 very important. Now, your broker will help you through all of this with the lease verification, how to send it, who to send it to. That's what I'm saying. Once you get your system down, you learn your system, you know what to do, that's when you start promoting, you're getting clients, and now now this is easier for you at this time. So you send that lease verification in, and you have the leasing consultant fill it out. A lot of leasing consultants may try to say, oh, we can't do that, the manager only can. That is a lie. The manager can only handle the invoices. But when it comes to a lease verification, anybody in that office can fill out a lease verification. Anybody in that office can fill out a lease verification. Anybody in that office can fill out a lease verification. I just want to make sure y'all hear me, because they're going to try to say, oh, I can't do it. Oh, I got to get the manager. No, you let them know, no, ma'am, this is just a lease verification. You can fill this out. It's not the invoice. I haven't sent the invoice yet. Okay? They're going to try to play you. So keep that in mind. They're going to try to do it. They're going to try to do it. I'm telling you. Okay? So then, once you have that lease verification in your possession, send back to your email, or you went to the property and you got them to fill it out, because I've done that too. I've had to do that. Print it out, have them fill it out, and for me to finally send the invoice. Okay? So after you send the after you send the lease verification, after you receive the lease verification back, you want to send the invoice. Now you send the invoice and you send your broker's W-9 as well. Okay? You send the invoice and the W-9 of that year. Because if you don't send the W-9 of that year and it's last year's, or I don't know if it's an old one, they're not gonna do it. They're not gonna cut the check. They're not. It's just, that's what they do. Okay? Leasing consultants do not know what real estate agents go through, which is helping them fill up their property looking better. Because at the end of the day, we send our clients to them, and whoever is working at that moment just got a new lease, so it makes them look good. But when it comes to us getting paid at a timely manner, they do not care. You have to stay on them. Like, you have to stay on these properties. You have to stay on these properties, okay? You have to. So send your invoice, get your broker's W-9, send all of that, you're good. Even if they are not getting back to you, if they're not giving you an update on your invoice, you print out the W-9, you print out the invoice, and then you go up there and you say, hey, can I have an update on this? Half the time they will take your copy. They will take your copy, and they'll probably give it to the manager, put it on the manager's desk, call and check up after that. Always follow up with these people, because like I said, you have to stay on them. You have to. Okay? So then after that, yeah, okay, so then now I want to talk about how your payments can be delayed. Okay? This is how your payments can be delayed past 30 days. I once had a check. Well, I have a couple checks now in the 5-figure range that is about to hit a year of not being paid out to me. I have 7 checks now. 7 checks still in the 5-figure range that haven't been paid out to me, and it's almost been a year. And I've been in contact with them. I have been going up there, everything. So I finally got, you always want to have your brokerage in the mix and knowing what's going on, because they have to get you paid. Nobody wants to be sued. Nobody. So they have to get you paid. So they're gonna work, especially like I said, if it's been past 30 days. Some properties will say they don't pay out until 90 days. I've had a property do that before, but they were on time with their payment as well once the 90-day mark hit. But I just want to talk about how your payment can be delayed. So payments can be delayed by if your brokerage isn't set up with the right vendor. And basically the vendor is whomever the property has partnered with to pay out realtors and invoices. So your brokerage has to be set up with the vendor. You have Vendor Cafe, RealPage, and you have a lot more. I don't really know all of the vendors because it's not really my job to know them. It's just my job to make sure that well, really it's not even my job to make sure that my brokerage is within the right, but at the same time you want to help them out and get the information to make it easier for them to go ahead and set up and be in compliance, meaning in the green, meaning good to go with that vendor. So you always want to make sure that your brokerage is in compliance with that vendor. And you always want to be, on your broker too. Like, hey, do you have a update on this? Do you have an update on that? Because they said this and said that. So you always want to be on your broker, and you always want to be also on the property. 2 people contacting one property about one invoice is way better than 1 person contacting about 1 invoice. Okay? They're gonna get that out the fastest because you're bothering them. I'm telling y'all, these people will not be able to last to be realtors. when it comes to apartment locating. They would not be able to last. And you would think they would have more respect, but they don't. They do not. They think automatically, since you're a real estate agent, you make more money, which is true. You do touch more money within a check, but when it comes to getting paid in a timely manner, they get paid every 2 weeks. You get paid when you get paid, like, honestly. So also another one is, so the first one was if your broker isn't in compliance with the vendor that pays the real estate agent that property or that management company decided to partner with. Number 2 is if your client doesn't put your name down on the application, and then you have to send emails, calls, have them verify. Sometimes here recently, like I was saying, some applications do not have a place to put your name down. Also, some applications do mess up, and I've had it a couple times where my clients have said, no, I put your name down, but it's not popping up in their system. So my clients will email them and CC me on it, like, yo, I put her name down, but it's not popping up for some reason. This is who helped me. This is who referred me to this property. It's always good to keep receipts, because I had a property that was not trying to pay me because it was a glitch in their system with my client put my name down, but they couldn't see it. So I had text messages between her and my client, and she stated, hey, I applied to this property, I put your name down on the application, thank you for referring me. I did all of that, send that to them. I also had to send the lease verification to them, because she tried to put it and email me and state, we have to go out the application, she didn't put your name down, sorry for the inconvenience. No, I have proof that she helped me. I have proof that your office agreed to pay me my commission, and I had the lease verification. That's why I said the lease verification is important. A lease verification is basically your receipt of transaction. That's what that is, your receipt of transaction. So I sent the lease verification, and now they have to pay me my money. Or guess what? Like I said, nobody likes to be sued. That's what's gonna happen. Okay, anyways, so that also what can stall your payment is if properties change management. Apartment complexes love changing management, and who pays you is the previous management, not the new current management. And you won't know that they changed management until you call up there trying to check on the invoice. And then you have to find out who is the person that cuts the check over there, what company that was, who to talk to. It's a lot. It's a lot. But that's also something that can stall property management companies, because typically that's what they do. If they change management, sometimes it's a lot harder to get in contact with the previous management, and you just got to go to the highest person that you can find, and you got to tell them, like, hey, but you need an email thread. If you want to do a call log, you can do a call log, but you need some type of proof that you've been trying to get in contact with somebody, because that's gonna hurry it up. Like I said, nobody likes lawsuits. Nobody likes lawsuits. So, and then on top of that, like I was saying, you just got to be on top of these leasing consultants, these property managers, everybody, because they're lazy. They're gonna say, oh my god, I have so much to do. No, run me my money, and run me my money now, because my client has been moved in and I need it in a timely manner. So you have to be on these people. So yeah, I just want to go over the list one more time of what we talked about. So the first little dot was you have to become a licensed real estate agent, and you have to have a broker to make you active. Number 2 is learning the system, like I stated, smart apartment data. Number 3, promote yourself, tour these apartments, call them, set up a tour, do your thing. Number 4 is your clients. down below will be all of the questions that I send my clients. So just go ahead and copy and paste that and put it in your notes. Number 5, we talked about payment and how it typically goes. It's supposed to be 30 days, but really the time frame is 30 to 90 days, but it be going way over that. But then number 6 also is what can delay your payments. Okay, so I hope you guys found this video very, very informational. Hopefully I didn't go through it too fast, but I also didn't want to make this video too long, but it is kind of long. And I hope you guys enjoyed. I love you guys so much, and I thank you for loving me. I thank y'all for just like being intrigued by me. I just thank you, because I be thinking I'm boring, but y'all be here. Bye.
People say that I'm not the same girl. They say I think that I'm in my own world. What makes them think that I have changed?